it's this is like my fifth take, and each take probably took me about 5 seconds because this is probably not the best time to me to do the video, but I want to do it now because I have other things I got to do, so I want to get it over with. But I just got done working out and taking a shower, and the problem is, when you do that, you're out of breath. And the secondly is I was trying to do it on the bed, but I'm lately I've been using my iPad, and it's actually pretty heavy. Your iPad becomes really heavy because your arm is a lot weaker after working out, where I can't even hold up the iPad, so your arm is just giving out. So anyway, so this is the thing. I wanted to do this video probably about 3 days ago. Just do one more quick video about 3 days ago to, make something clear. Even though, like, when it comes to YouTube, these are things that, I've already made this clear before, and I don't really need to do it when it comes to YouTube, because the outcome of what I've been seeing, the kind of people that get on YouTube, is just kind of like you're kind of wasting your time. But I just want to, so I wasn't going to do it, and then I ran to a video that made me want to put Jeremy in the title and, talk about this. So this is the thing. I wanted to do a video because some people got blocked. Sometimes they'll ask me, well, you're not going to become a big reviewer if you're dissing other YouTubers block, because it's just a waste of my time to read. I explained this before. If I ever put, Jeremy in the title or any other kind of movie reviewer or a person, you notice I don't really talk about them much. I use them as an example. If I talk about a specific person for more than 5 minutes that I don't actually know as in being around, I would have to be talking out of my ass. The only thing I can talk about is the things that I know about reading people. And reading people, it's just a copy over a copy. So my thing is, I'm using them as an example to try to help people. Like YouTube is just, like I said, it's you're really talking to people that are clearly like not there, living with their parents, and all that. I've explained all that before, but that's why I don't preach what I say, like try to be all motivated, because I just feel like I'm just trying to, help out, but at the same time, I don't really care either, so I don't preach what I say, but I use the example, try to help people, understand why their life is where it is and how maybe they can better their life and still have a chance in life if there is someone that is young that it can reach out to. Not expecting it, but, so it's just like the one thing is like, what my mind is I get tired of, I bring up copies of people. So, what I was saying for like the Germany video about that Chris guy that did some kind of movie, I don't know what it's called, She something. I know it has the word she in it, but I don't know the word, I don't know what it is. Where I was talking about, the common thing is what I expect every single time, of how I knew what base it was going to be jumping to get on YouTube to try to go and rush and defend and do whatever they can to support someone, but not fix their life. And I said, I already, like, I know what to expect when it comes to a sequel to something or a remake to something, that it was praised by, losers. People are hanging on one color, date one color, like Bars One Club movie show that star one color. And I said, what happens to, what's going to happen to, what's it called? The Running Man. How they're going to review it. They're going to, they're going to be stuck in the past, still talking about Terminator, Judgment Day, and can't like anything because ruined classic or something that's not even a classic in the first place, so that's me just going over, seeing things being so predictable, plain dumb, those kind of things, so it's more of what I'm saying is those things is why your life is where it is if you have that mindset. That's why the people that are doing that, you can clearly tell that they're single. You can clearly tell that they don't have a life. That's why I'm saying that was basically the point of that. So this is it. So some time ago, I did a video about Jeremy that made 15,000 views. And I'm going to explain why. I actually was expecting that, but I didn't expect 15,000 views. I have made more than that in my older channels, but it was always like some agenda happening, when the hate channels start getting into movies. And I explained that before. I think I never, did I upload that video? Because I can't remember if I left it up. I know it has to be a recent video where I talked about that. But, one more, let me go one more like predictable. I forgot to bring this up as an example too. I say is, like people of hate, no matter if you're the same skin color, they're always going to find a way to divide. You're either a Call of Duty fan or a Battlefield fan or a Zack Snyder fan or I guess, James Gunn fan, or Marvel, or DC, Xbox, PlayStation. I don't know if I already said that. What else is there? There's so many of them where you can't be both. You have to be one. And I said, I just block people like that. There are so many. I just can't remember. And of course, there's other labels. People say Antifa, liberal, Democrat, Dems. I know those, but but the new one, I'm guessing is new. I guess you're supposed to be a Call of Duty fan if you don't like Battlefield or something. I don't play either one, so I must be one of them still anyways. But anyway, so what I'm saying? The predictability, that's what I'm trying to say. Those are things for losers. Those are dudes on the internet. You're not going to find that unless you get on the internet of losers. But anyways, get on to what I was saying. So I did a video about Jeremy. And it was about him being, and I was explaining in the video that I kind of knew this guy's face, but I never knew his name. Or I don't remember what it was. It was something like he was saying. I remember now. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, he was doing a video titled "I am a racist" review for a movie, and he was like saying something like, "How do people not know who this guy is? How do people not know who this guy is?" So after that, I just searched something like, "Who is this guy?" I mean, so I clicked it and I immediately knew, oh, I've seen that face before. He's a guy that does hate channels. I don't watch him, but I'm familiar with the faces or the thumbnails and blah, blah, blah. And so I did a video saying that, never really seen his, like what he gave the movie, but the one thing that exposed Jeremy again for being a racist, like I've been saying it for so many times, I see the copy of how they think, is he was shocked that people didn't know who this guy was. That means you watch him a lot. Because I had no clue who he was. Adam Does Movies even explained he had no clue who he was. The only way that you knew who that guy was is you watch him a lot. So after that, I saw this thing trending where hate channels were trying to say, people are mad because Jeremy liked the movie. Right there, I did a video. So people let you know right now, those views are about to go up. And I know what the predictable comments I'm going to get is, you're mad because Jeremy didn't like the movie. Block. Because I even said in the video, I don't know what he gave him a movie. I'm just going on the fact that he's shocked that people don't know who this guy is. Why would you be shocked? Why would you be shocked? So so yeah, they got blocked immediately. But I knew those views go up. It's kind of like this thing where they'll say something, and the thing is, those things were never really what I saw. No one was doing any videos mad that Jeremy liked the movie. No one was. But they kept, and I've seen that so many times where they're trying to say people are mad at Lilo and Stitch because the girl who is not Hawaiian, which she is Hawaiian, but they were trying to say they are. I explained only hate channels are saying that, but there's no videos of someone upset by that. They were trying to find whatever they can on Twitter, or they'll make up a Twitter account and start reading comments that they made themselves. And like I said, it's the same thing over and over again. And their base is dumb as hell. They fall for it because they want divide. They went looking for someone upset. So they found mine that talks about Jeremy. So I even made like 2 more because I just wanted to add people to my block list and bait them into it. I like bait idiots and then blocking them. But they thought, so I kept getting comments. You're mad because he didn't like, because he liked the movie. Because he liked the movie. Block. Because the whole point of that is the fact that he was shocked that people didn't know who he was. So lately I ran into this guy. I've been seeing him sometimes. And I think it used to be Trevor Noah would always say, a guy that, has my logic, that he matches me 100%. I'm sorry, 99%, because we have different views when it comes to relationships. I always say like we're within the 90% in there for me and Trevor Noah. And there's this guy, and I'm bringing up the word Muslim. I don't believe in race or get into that religion stuff, or I don't go by anything that divides. Because I learned I don't get into things that retards do. Anything that divides. But he was saying this video about him being Muslim. I didn't know that until he said it. So I'm saying it because I don't know the guy's name, but I've been noticing he's been traveling around the internet being very intelligent, and he's intelligent in a way as I am very intelligent. But what I say is the one things you don't want to do with those kind of races is bring up skin color, because they concentrate on skin color all day. They have so many things about skin color. They go all day about skin color. Normal people don't, but this guy, he's so there's a part where he was responding to the guy that Jeremy. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I jumped the gun a little bit. And one, let me go, and I'll get back to that. Yeah. So back a little bit on Jeremy real quick. So, and then it just only take a second. So this movie about I'm a Racist, I never watched it, but about Adam Does Movies, where he said, there's a line in there where he says, if I order black coffee, am I a racist? And it's like Adam Does Movie said, who thinks like that? Who thinks like that? It's just like that me, I'm like, I'm out. I already knew. But the thing is, I never seen the movie, never will. But the reason why is, the guy, I expect the guy to go like do a movie like that, and I'm pretty sure the movie's about attacking us poor, whites and all that, and then do several videos about Mexicans, Muslims, blacks, saying they've never done anything for the country, and move to that. So for someone to do that and they expect me to watch them, it's like they're calling me retarded. Like, do I look retarded to you to go and watch a movie of what you're trying to expose something, and then you expose yourself again being a racist? It's like you're going back and forth. It's like you're calling me retarded. If you expect I'm going to listen to someone I know that's going back and forth, trying to, I don't know, you call it back and forth, but you know what I'm trying to say. So anyways, so what I was saying is, sorry. So, like I said, so that guy, he says something about what has Muslims ever done for this country? Me, I'll look at persons like, I don't think about skin color, so I don't know what the F you're talking about. And I bet, and I don't give a shit, that'd be my response. Because I don't think about what skin color does what. The guy called Amazing Atheist said before, those kind of racist people, they think because if a white guy flies a plane, they're able to fly a plane too. It's like, or a white guy builds a plane, he's like, oh, then I'm able to build a plane too because we have the same skin color. They have that mindset, but anyways, but he responds in a way of every single time they ask these dumb questions or try to debate with him, he knows, he does his homework. Like, he knows things that I would never care to know about, history. He remembers it. Me, I would never remember because I don't care. I move from the past and move forward, but he remembers these things where he can respond and, as in a certain intelligence I have never seen before. But the thing is, to get into the main point where I'm putting the word disgusting is, knowing the fact that, my favorite thing is the mermaid thing. I love the F-bomb. I put this in a group text and I said I laughed at exactly 1 minute 42 seconds. I'm sorry, let me tell you one more hypocrite thing after this. I'm going to tell you one more hypocrite thing. Hopefully I can remember, because usually I get brain farts and I forget about this. I recently saw this. But I love the mermaid part, how to respond to that, because I don't like to use the F-bomb when someone says something full retarded. It's just like the F-bombs can sometimes come in perfectly, and it just makes me laugh when someone just says something like, what the F are you talking about? That's what the hate group does. It has me thinking the F-bomb a lot when I'm like, what the F are you talking about? But anyways, so he went over all the things with using knowing his history, knowing these things. He's very good at it in ways that I can never be, so I can never match with me. That's why I try to trade trouble. No one matches me, but I've never seen someone do it in his style where he knows, he remembers, he knows his homework, he knows his history, and knowing, how dumb this guy is. Again, talking about Muslims, whatever. I never watched this guy's video. This Matt guy, I think that's his name. I just seen videos of this video that I'm post under this video, and then understanding that this guy talks about 17-year-old girls being fertile and crap. and knowing that that's what kind of person that Germany's like, how do people not know who this guy is? Now Germany's disgusting to me. I've always saw him to be in a one race group, because he used to have videos where he showed his life, and I saw the people around him. A one race group, they think they're civilized, so they always had I thought it was weird. They always looked at his group, and the people in suits looked at him like he was weird. I said one race group is the villains in Titanic. It's like a remodeling, of the villains of Titanic, or they're very boring people and they're very judgy. And it looked like Germany was like, trying to have fun. And it was like these white guys in suits, and just look at him like he's just some weirdo. But they probably didn't want to be filmed. I can understand both sides of everything. I don't just get, but the thing is, it's just like knowing that this is a guy that you're like, how do people not know who this guy is? When the guy that I'm posting on this video clearly showed that, yeah, this guy's really dumb and racist and kind of a sick fuck. And then, that's why I said I don't praise people that, I can like someone, but the second they show a little bit of doubt that they could be off the wall, because I'll say this, I'll say not say this. People, if I wanted to, I could actually hang out with The Rock and other celebrities if I wanted to. I have a chance to do that if I wanted to, like actually hang out and have pictures. But I always had this thing is never meet your heroes, because you don't want them coming out like Kanye. I never want to put that effort into it. That's why I don't go to concerts. But I'm talking about actually hang out with them, shake their hand, blah, 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 for a few moments if I wanted to. But I'm never going to, no, I don't do that. I don't have that mindset when I worship people that way. But, I have people I admire, but I always keep my eye on them, make sure I'm not still admiring certain flaws about them. That's why I said I knew about Trevor Noah's relationship thing. But, but yeah, to me, I'll say one more example and then I'll get into the last example that I thought was funny. It's like, I tried very hard not to mention people. Sometimes I mention someone to be a good reviewer. I said Adam Does Movies pretty good at reviewer. Next thing, Adam Does Movies did do a video talking about skin color. So I said, a lot of times on YouTube, I've been regretting every single time, but I give someone props. Now I had to do a video, so people, I regret that props. So I don't really give Adam Does Movies props, really. I said I really don't really like to watch him after that little racist comment he had. That made no sense. I don't feel like talking about him. I'm pretty sure it's on this video. But anyways, there's this guy. I don't know his name, but he's like a tap dancer. It's a black guy that says something about black people, I guess. I don't watch him, but he calls himself a cop. So you might know who it is by then. But somebody exposed him, and then I'm going to go after this. And I'll explain one more time why I'm putting the word disgusting. Is they expose that cop. He calls himself a cop, even though he's not a cop anymore. But they showed him showing a video about him saying he'll never cry if his son dies. Never cries if his son dies, okay? But the thing is, what made it so silly was the guy showed a video of him crying over that guy who got shot in the neck. And it's like, it's just like, those are the things I never want to be caught in. I never want to be caught in that. Like, just being like, that would just destroy me, like see myself like looking like that dumb. It's just like but that base side, it's okay at looking dumb like that. That's why I said there are people that want to tune in someone doing some movie called I'm a Racist and try think they're exposing something and then prove that they are racist. People get into that. That's like calling me retarded. I can't get into that. But anyways, but the thing is, what just made Germany disgusting, it just, like I said, it's like, how do people not know who this guy is? And I'm like, I definitely don't want to know who this guy is now. Talking about the way he's talking about females and all that's in this video. I'm gonna link under here. I'm trying to do as soon as I can. Sometimes I get busy while I'm uploading. I have to, find the video. I upload from the iPad, and then I look for the video on my phone after it's done uploading, and then I post it under the video. So usually it's not right at the right time. I could get sidetracked for a moment, but I'll try to make sure I do it definitely today soon as it gets uploaded. But I'll upload a video that, the guy did a very good job. And like I said, he knows his history. Me, I just wouldn't respond to it because I don't care. I don't care about what your skin color and blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't care about dividing because I know the kind of minds that have that. And again, I took a shower and I still have not shaved that. But hair is coming in, so it's kind of covering it up. But I'm still going to shave it. But anyways, I got to go. Peace. But yeah, that's just disgusting now. That's why I said I can't be going around telling people I think this person matches me this percentage. And then next thing you know, they're talking about having 17-year-old girls being fertile. All right, peace. I gotta go.